Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a Truder, and welcome back to Empire Total War. Well, last time, the Great Expedition set sail. We are going to exciting new lands. And the reason we're doing that is because if we don't, the exciting new lands are coming to us. Because the Marathan Death Ball has now reached the borders of the Ottomans. Meaning they're just a couple of territories away from having access to, yes indeed, the Mediterranean. And that is unacceptable to me. Okay, we have got to stop them. And that means, yes indeed, while their armies are busy up in what used to be Persia, before the Marathans ate it, this territory down here, to the south, this is pretty bloody vulnerable. So, okay, let's see what we can do around here. Though don't forget, by the way, the Second Army should be prepared to move pretty bloody soon, actually. So, okay, the Second Army is going to be weaker aside from the fact, yes, there will be Swiss. Inexperienced Swiss, but still Swiss, ready to go. Okay, just remember, we've got some units coming from America right now. So we only need 16 units to leave Europe to still have a full stack. And you can train new units out there. We're going to retake Ceylon immediately. There's good training facilities present. So we don't necessarily need a full stack army to be setting off to go to India. So in which case, maybe transfer, yes, the two most experienced units from Berlin over to the rendezvous site in Hanover. In fact, to be honest, I should probably actually consider, yes, bringing back the kill fleet to pick those guys up immediately, because, I mean, this fleet can defend itself pretty well, and I don't actually see a Spanish fleet that's going to cause trouble with me. Okay, that's all we can do this turn, and yes, if we're lucky, Prussia, Austria, and Poland-Lithuania just keep each other busy, and I don't need to bother getting involved. Meanwhile, I mean, Westphalia has put together some really nice armies. Not the best in the world, by any stretch of the imagination, though. Okay, you guys have definitely got some elite troops coming in. Like in the fact you've got grenade lads. And they are trying to build a good fleet. I mean, it's mostly trash, but bless them, they are trying. But yeah, right now, as far as I'm concerned, no news is good news. Aside from in South America, I want these guys to advance so I can just move forward and annihilate them. Austria feeling so fighty these days, though yes, they seem to be turning their attention to Poland-Lithuania, not Prussia. Bit of a shame, I would much rather Austria tried to, you know, retake Vienna, but they just do not seem interested. And speak of the devil, there's the Spanish. Good. They'll probably, no, they did not actually knock out any of my mines, so I can probably just go and intercept them right now, no trouble. And, okay, Prussia is too nearby. I don't like it. Though for the most part, they seem to be just interested in, yeah, defending, rather than doing anything much else. Though, seriously, Prussia gets scary. I thought Prussia was done, but no, they're still just, you know, floating around with, like, 2 or 3 full-strength armies, despite only having, like, 3 cities. Alright, nothing much else, but, hang about. By any chance is this the... Okay, so my reinforcements have arrived significantly ahead of the rest of the army. But that is not a bad thing, because now I can just send these guys to go and scout out. Alright, make sure we understand, is the port empty? How well guarded is Ceylon? Etc, etc. And we've got some technology in place. Good stuff. In particular, yes, my armies can now march further on land, which is great, and we can start building better and better ships at sea. And the nice thing is, plenty of naval tech actually gets me cheaper and cheaper boats, though many techs in this game do have trade-offs. It's not just straight improvements. So, yes indeed, like say, hang about, there's one around here I was just looking at. Here we go. So, cheaper maintenance, but more expensive recruitment. In the case of army techs, this is often more pronounced, which is, as you make your armies better and better, you do end up in a scenario where they also cost more and more to maintain, because they're a more elite professional force. Still, have one of my guys move over to, yes, Textile Industry. Let's get some movement in that direction. Now we've got division of labour, because then we're going to get more wealth coming in, more national prestige, and we can upgrade all of my textile factories to the next level. Though, as we've discussed before, as I start doing that, yes, everything starts getting unhappier. Something to watch out for, potentially. And as for my main research facility in the Netherlands, yes indeed. Keep these guys moving straight down the main line, because what I need is, yes, army board, so that I can start researching light infantry doctrines. Alright, if I can get snipers out before anybody else can, that really works for me. And while we're talking about tech, right now I can't go any further down the artillery and explosive line, because I need to have built the Great Arsenal. Which means we'll be doing that right now because, yes indeed, let's get some howitzers out on the field, damn it. Oh, and I tell you what, the secondary army is looking good. That is a solid army, so okay. Look ahead, because seriously, where is the Spanish fleet? I don't see any particularly dangerous Spanish fleet, like, at all, so... Okay, for safety, I'm going to send 1/6 rate into carrier fleet, and then we're going to send this girl by herself onwards, down towards India. Although I'm going to be honest, off the top of my head, I don't actually know the rules about, yes, how travel time is affected by which window you go to. Like, this route goes to America, so does that mean if I go through that route, my travel time is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Or does it just mean, hey, you've entered the you are moving pool, and thus it doesn't actually... I have no clue. I literally do not know this about Empire Total War. So I'm just going to send these guys down in this direction because... yeah, it'll be one extra turn to actually get them to what is supposed to be the intended exit, if you like. Especially as, actually, that makes me a ton of money. Because this is a big, nice, sexy fleet, so it can just be right here, and yeah, raid loads and loads of cash. In fact, actually, I'm done. I'm done paying off Poland and Sweden. At this point, we're no longer paying for peace, we're just profiting off the fact we're trading with them. So okay, you guys stay right there, next to the Westphalians. And you, buddy, head back to, yes, this area over here in the channel. And as soon as you actually pick up these lands, you can start sailing towards the Ivory Coast. If all works out right, you'll arrive at the Ivory Coast at the exact moment that, yes, Carrier Force reaches India, and then the war can begin all at the same moment. It'll be great. Although I'm not going to deny, I would not mind a handful more just in terms of a defense right here in Hanover. Just to make sure the Prussians don't get stupid ideas. And Berlin could do with what you guys really need. You've got no cannons at all. Okay, cannons are pretty cheap. Take a couple of cannons, just so you've got a bit of defense in that regard. And one more thing we must do, by the way, this is important to keep your eyes on. Yes, sometimes you're not able to ship home everything you're producing. Right now, yes indeed. A giant pile of tobacco is not making it home. Why? Because the port facilities in Cuba aren't good enough to ship that much stuff. So I need to upgrade this port purely to allow the goods to get home. So that's a big old chunk of money right there. Bit unfortunate, what can you do? Keep an eye on, yeah, Spanish trade values. Seems to be about stable, suggesting they're not hugely interested in expanding in this area. Now, as for you bastards, I've got a nice surprise for you. And better, if I exclude these guys from taxation, they're chill for the time being. So my army can safely leave, though there is going to be a hit to the economy as a result of that. Guys, as I say, terrible news for you. Only thing to take note of here, we're the attackers, so they can drop defensively, and they almost certainly will, because they've got artillery. We need to assassinate this horse artillery before we can do much. And on top of that, they've got line infantry, we don't. But, though these guys are very, very tough indeed, bear in mind, I can outrange them. Just surround them, skirmish, pick them apart. Shouldn't be too tricky. Okay, 4 units of snipers at the front, 4 units of melee lads to intercept anything they send at me round the side. But most importantly, I have twice the cavalry they've got. Hide it in the woods, we could use that to advance. Key thing, assassinate the cannon, and then use the horse to annoy and skirmish against their line infantry. But yes, we need to make this happen pretty fast, just because there is going to be an issue with artillery. Hang about, lads. What do we have here? Because the artillery, of course, can move. These days, that's becoming more and more common. I'm also seeing, yeah, they've got 2 units of cav. So if I could just chase that off, we'd be in good shape. The rest of it is not too scary. Problem is, yeah, native troops are very good at hiding. So I don't know where their snipers are. I believe they've got a good 2 units of that. Best thing we could do would probably be start advancing with my main line. Just get them moving in the right direction. Cavalry, do the same. Honestly, you're not going to have too many opportunities to just hide and stay hidden. So just get forward, do what you can. Okay, artillery is moving forward, but yes, moving it, then resetting it does take a moment. So, alright, I see you guys over here. You're going to be target number 1. Let's just get you guys into position and just move, fire, annihilate. We'll take a little bit of counterfire back, but it's going to be worth it. Just push in on the side right here. They'll panic when they see a flanking force and try to redraw up to face it, which should prevent their cannons from firing it if we're lucky. So, alright, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Just, guys, move into position. And here we go. They can start firing immediately, pretty much. So there we go. Fire, fire, more fire coming in. Guys, just start surrounding, which is lovely. And now they're going to be fired upon from every single side. Fire, and then more fire, and then more fire. And honestly, guys, charge them. They're already wavering, so everyone else just fire as best you can. And they are broken, and we're going to ride most of them down immediately. Absolutely bloody lovely. But a sniper fire just to seal the deal, and shattered. Okay, they're not coming back. Don't worry about them anymore. Oh, I think that was their general. Didn't realise that was their general, but that was their general, so that's nice. Now, is there artillery? Their artillery is firing. Okay, that means it's time for my main line to just keep on advancing. I don't know precisely where their troops are, like the rest of them, but probably in a line over here. Okay, over on the side, send my cav to the top of the hill. Yes, unfortunately their artillery is kind of on the wrong side for my cavalry to do much, but we'll just have to make do for the time being. If we're lucky, we could, yeah, get the jump on some of their snipers. They're going to be around here somewhere. We should start seeing them momentarily. And we can also start firing into the side of their units in a moment too. So guys, just... there we go. There's some good shots right there. They're now going to try and reposition to do something about that. But bear in mind, they're a line. They've got to be facing the right way or they can't really do much, to be honest. So just keep on keeping on. Stay around the side of them. And there's a limited amount they can bloody do. Because, yeah, they're going to try and turn and fire. But, yep, that guy just shot his friend. You just shot your own friend too. They're now shooting each other in the side, which is just beautiful. And they're trying to turn to deal with this. And now I'm going to tell all my guys to start coming over here. Turn and fire. And there's some good damage right there. You guys come in over here. Start doing some good work too. And now they're being fired upon from every angle. And they are not going to enjoy it. Not one little bit. Don't know where their flippin' snipers are. They're now turning to face me. But they're scared. They're scared because they're being fired upon from what they perceive to be. And there we go. Broken. Line infantry. Just fire at them from multiple angles. And they are cowards. Okay, guys. You need to just keep pushing up. Alright, just, yeah. Further and further and further, please. Okay, I think we've got visibility of something over here. You guys just push up. Honestly, just the power of the tribal mounted gunners is ridiculous. Horse archers, but with guns. It's beautiful. Now, these guys are going to collapse in a matter of moments. We could just keep on keeping on. Keep pushing up. Just keep pushing up right now. We're basically at the moment where we're taking out their actual cannons. And we've got some, yes, actual lads here. And shattered. Gone. Just, these units are ridiculously strong. What have I lost in this fight? Like maybe 10 horses. That's it. And they've just seen off everything. You see, this is why I'm actually shipping some of these guys over to the India campaign. They are spectacular, because what they bring me is speed, mobility, and flexibility. Alright, line infantry are scary, scary monsters, but they've got to be standing perfectly still, in a line, facing the right way, or they just don't bloody work. These guys can get in, fire, and get out again long before the infantry can turn around and do anything about it, which to my mind makes them much more interesting than the dragoons, because dragoons need to move into position, dismount, form up their line, then fire. Oh, is someone coming at them? Okay, we better get back on our horses, then we can run away. It's just so much less efficient than just running in with bastards who can fire while on horseback. Army annihilated, losses on my side minimal. Oh yes, that reminds me. Sorry, quick impromptu episode of Let's Talk all about the things that John got wrong. This is something I always bloody forget, which is, yes indeed, I say, oh my goodness, we've got a cannon factory. We better be upgrading that so we can make the most exciting sexy cannons in the world, and that's not the only way to make cannons. You see, much smaller, simpler towns also have cannon-producing facilities. And sometimes, when you take these guys over, they're already at a pretty bloody high level. So Hanover is just sitting here at a top-tier royal palace, meaning straight away we can actually train, yes indeed, a whole bunch of artillery I can't train elsewhere, meaning I can actually get the howitzers out straight away. But I always forget that yes, sometimes the facilities that weirdly don't actually have cannon training facilities might be able to make better cannons than the facilities that do. Because yes, it's a bit weird, but oh yeah, we'll be wanting some of these lads. Alright, as I've been saying lads, let's keep things nice and peaceful right here. No trouble at all. If we're lucky, Prussia's about to attack Prague, and that's all going to work out for me. And seriously, you actually want to come and have another go? I mean, ballsy of ya. I'll give ya, I admire the courage. Bit stupid, but still, courage, as I say. Oh, here we go, hang on. Poland just 100% attacked. Yes, one of the cities of Prussia, because their army's now kind of stuck in Central Europe, so their eastern holdings, they're struggling to maintain. So okay, this is good. I want Prussia to struggle. Prussia scare me a bit. Okay, fishing village down in South America is now done, which is excellent, because, oh yeah, over here, this could be a lovely, sexy city when it gets going, especially as, oh bloody hell. Okay, some people not keen. The mines are apparently, yes, a bit industrialized, and some people not happy about that at all. But only 6 turns till we get ourselves a brand new city, and seriously, there's so many villagers in this territory. Okay, I think we need to build a happiness building here, because otherwise people are not going to be, well, happy, understandably. And the naval techs are starting to come in fast. I love it. My ships now fire faster and move further, and that's just lovely. Right, step 2, Spain. You guys really need to learn your bloody lesson, alright? Right, couple of auto-resolves, they're dead, and my guy's up to, okay, hero of the army. This guy's becoming a beast, and he's 56. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, this guy is so good, we might want to move him to, yes, a better theatre. His talents are at this point wasted, just taking largely unguarded towns here in South America. I tell you what, we'll keep him here until we agree peace with Spain. Once we've got a status quo I'm happy with in South America, we'll consider moving him. Meanwhile, down in India, guys, don't mind me, I am definitely not invading you. What I'm doing is, yes, blockading Spanish trade. That's what we're doing. So, okay. They've got a small force here in Ceylon. Do I have visibility of, yes, the port is empty. This is good. This is actually very good news. Don't mind me, guys, as I say. No trouble at all. And there are my sexy, sexy mounted tribals. These guys are brilliant. Okay, deploy howitzers over in this direction. Deploy army to go and meet them. This army is now very heavy on the old cannons, but that's not the worst thing in the world. Send ship to go and meet them. All aboard, and now the ships can just keep moving. And carrier fleet continues on down the coast, once again making sure that we are properly absorbing any trade Spain is sending this way. So, yeah, Spain's sending its spices along this route, and we are just intercepting it now. Oh, and one thing I definitely should have done a long time ago, but I always forget this because it lives in its own tab. Infrastructure. Which just means roads. That's literally all it seems to be. So, yes, right now we've got basic dirt tracks outside, you know, the shining jewel at the centre of our empire, which definitely shouldn't be the case. We definitely want at least cobbled roads, because one, it's good for making the territory grow faster, and two, it lets me move troops around faster, which, as we've discussed previously, can be very important if someone causes trouble in this bit of the world. And up north, yes indeed, the Russian troops have finally got close enough we could deal with this, though. Okay, if I exempt you guys from taxation. Alright, so this is very generous of me, by the way. Would you guys object if the army stepped outside to go and murder these decks? Actually, you know what? I can leave some of the army here, send some of the army north, and then we'll be fine. So, 4 line infantry, 2 cavalry, 3 cannons. Taking on there, 1 cannon, yeah. That's just a walkover. Let's flip and take care of this. Guys, naff off. Out of my territory. Alright, nothing too complicated to start off with here. Just alternating a cannon with everybody else. Get the cavalry moving forward. We have now got, yes, many cannons to their not many cannons. So if we're lucky, yeah, their one decent unit of cavalry will walk straight into firing range. So come on, guys, let's see if we can just draw them in. Draw them in, please. Come on. Here we go. That's right. Charge. Charge right forward into this. And you guys, canister shot, please. Let's activate some canister shot. And here comes some fire from one side. Here comes some fire from the other side. And canister shot hasn't even been able to fire. It kind of missed, but it doesn't matter. You guys are about to be destroyed. Love it. Okay, Russian infantry is now in range of canister shot. Cavalry is, oh blimey, cavalry is just taking apart their cannon, and at this point they're just being shot from many angles simultaneously. So, good job guys, well done. And I'm pretty sure, do you guys have fire by rank yet? Not on the guys who are coming in without guns, you don't. This, by the way, is one of the unique things Russia brings to the table in this game, which is their basic militia units do not have guns. Instead, they're massive axemen, which can actually be pretty bloody useful, because, yeah, it means they are a competent melee unit that they can just bring in for flanking actions. But unfortunately, at this point in the game, where I've got fire by rank, no, they're not necessarily going to be that useful. This period of, yes, building and shipping is also useful for my diplomatic relationships too, which is, yes, the way territorial expansion works in this game is every time you take over a territory, anywhere in the world, it does make you a bit more territorial expansion-y, which I believe is, yes, -3 per territory, degrading by 1 each turn. So, if you capture 1 territory per 3 turns, you are not seen as a massively worrying aggressor. But if you capture territory too fast, that becomes a problem. So, as time goes by, Britain is now feeling better and better about me, because 1, I gave them a state gift, right there, though that degrades by 1 every turn too, and 2, I'm not actually expanding right now, so territorial expansion is going down too. Keep giving the odd gift, go through periods where you're just rebuilding and making peace, and life is good. Plus, of course, if you buy a territory, that does not count. So, yes, at the end of the game, when you get stupid rich, just buying territories, people are surprisingly cool with that. There is one exception, however. The Ottomans just do not care Possibly because, you know, they're a massive empire already, so they just don't mind one way or the other. And the same seems to be true for Maratha as well. So maybe it's just like, you know, the Western and Central European powers, but not the Ottomans for some reason. Basically, yes, territorial expansion just means, yes, European great powers getting annoyed at each other. Oh, and this is excellently good news. Russia and Poland-Lithuania are no longer allies. Okay, buddy. What happened between you two? Oh, I'm pretty sure I know. Which is, Sweden attacked Russia, Russia was allied with Poland, and Poland decided, you know what? I don't want any of that nonsense. I'm staying out of this. And as a result of that, that broke the alliance. That would make perfect sense, yes. Oh, in fact, they've gone over to the other side. Poland and Lithuania are now allied with Sweden. Okay, now that's interesting. And as a result of that, they're straight at war. Oh, bloody hell, that was... Right, Poland and Lithuania just coming in with the flipping steel chair there, just backstabbing their ally. I love it. Mainly because their ally just does not seem to learn when he's bloody beaten. So let's send in the light cavalry to just, you know, mop up. Okay, that incursion taken care of, all troops back to Sweden. Though I tell you what, I've got a rake up here anyway. I'm just going to send him round the corner to keep an eye on what's going on in the Russian-Swedish war. This, by the way, is why I've done what I've done in Europe. Like, so many people were so confused by me just giving territory to Westphalia. But you may notice something here, which is Empire is a game notorious for the AI just dogpiling you from every angle constantly. But what's been happening to me for the past 5 or 10 turns? Nothing. Peace. Nobody's bothering me. Why? Because my borders are friendly, sensible, and well guarded. So everybody's leaving me alone, giving me the opportunity to go and do what I need to do elsewhere in my colonies. This here is, for me, a peaceful Europe I can deal with. Okay, take advantage of this quiet moment to, yes, put some money into big upgrades. In particular, one of my colleges right now is a school. It could be a college, generating more points per turn and thus research much faster. Oh, better and better in South America, yes. We're ready to start paying some taxes, though... Okay. Only just, literally only just. But then again, that does also slow down, yeah, growth right here. Okay, you know what? You guys can have an opera house. You're welcome. And... okay, we can also afford to upgrade some, yes, facilities over here. Now, you, buddy, you're just one turn away from... oh, yeah, this is the stuff. This is what we want to do right here. Giant piles of tobacco. Tobacco is got to be a good thing right now. Down to 16, in fact, just look at this. Everything is worth so much less than it used to be, but... cotton. There's not much cotton in the world, so keep an eye out for that. Still, the best bet is probably, yes, a tobacco warehouse right here, just so we can send a huge amount of tobacco home via this port, which will be ready momentarily. Oh yeah, now that's the good stuff. On top of that, yeah, warehouses do actually enhance national prestige. So, top tier buildings are very, very good for the old prestige competition. Because right now I am... okay, I am joint third with Spain. Britain is ahead of me. But the Marathons, they're the real stars. My army is looking good, because part of this is military tech. My navy, bit behind. My economy, not so hot. My enlightenment, yeah, definitely not so hot. So, okay, we need to catch up on the navy. But that's precisely what we're doing right now. We are doing naval tax. Though focus on, yes, bonus movement range. Let's just get more and more movement range, please. Okay, we've got some potentially interesting movement from the Ottomans here. They've put a full stack army in a port, which probably means they're planning to do something with it. Okay, Ottomans, what's the plan? Oh, but here we go. we are ready to move out. So, transport fleet, you know where you're going, buddy. Off to India. Not sure whether they've seen this coming yet. They're not building up strength too fast in Ceylon if they have, but they have moved the army into the port, meaning I can't just land in the port and keep going. They will have an extra turn to react, which is a bit of a shame, but what can you do? One more thing definitely worth upgrading, by the way, Norway's ship production facilities. Let's get a dockyard out. And don't forget to use the list tab to figure out, yes, which are the big cities that are making the real bloody money, because those are the ones that deserve investment. Two ways of looking at this, of course. One, how much money is present, and two, how much you're taxing it. So, yeah, if you see an area with lots of money, but no tax on this occasion just because it's been exempted, because without an army, there's not much we can do, that almost certainly means we should have an army here. Because just a handful of, say, dragoons or something, that would actually, yeah, sort out that problem, no issues whatsoever. Then we could start taxing them, and yeah, we can afford to pay for it. They can pay for their own garrison, and a bit more besides. Or it might also mean, yeah, the tax rate is low, because you haven't invested properly in the buildings. So, 100%, an extra 3% tax in Dutch Guiana is kinda huge. Oh, and I think we saw this coming. Spain has gone and taken, yes, North Africa off the British. And I'm guessing they're just gonna keep rolling and take out the Barbary states. So, Spain is far from done. It's just right now they're losing America, but gaining Africa. Which is probably, yeah, worth less to them, but still, be aware. Unlike France, where we could just snipe them off, Spain, not a chance. They've got, what, 8 or 9 territories in Europe right now. We can't kill Spain, or at least not without a very, very long extended campaign. Oh, and I hadn't noticed this. Poland has taken East Prussia. So none of Prussia belongs to Prussia anymore. Instead, Prussia is now just, yes, Munich and Vienna. And some giant bloody armies too. Though irritatingly, they are back on the waves, yes. So that is, that's a trade port. They can trade, they can produce trading vessels, but they can't produce much of value. Against my actual kill fleets, there's not a thing they can do. You know, I honestly thought that we'd turned a corner with Sweden. Okay, I'm not inviting my allies, just in case, you know, they say no. I'd rather maintain the alliance for important moments, and, yeah, their ones didn't bother getting involved, which is good news. So, okay, this is a one-on-one me versus Sweden, but honestly, I can't see what they're really going to do aside from the fact my entire navy just left. Bloody sneaky bastards. Okay, so I can probably just buy peace, it's fine. I will pay you 10 grand to naff off. Okay, now is that not much easier? I would like to think, by the way, at Swedish High Command, they regularly have discussions about how they have no intention of actually attacking us, but can't help but notice that every time they do, I give them a giant pile of money, so it's just become part of, you know, their budget at this point. They just say, okay, so this year, we'll declare war on the Netherlands, and then the Netherlands will pay us off, and then we can use that to build the new opera house. Lovely. Okay, you know what? I'm building at least a small fleet, locally anyway. Just a few elite ships, just in case this happens again. Still one positive. Hello there, Spanish town. Oh my goodness, looks like you belong to me now. And they were desperately trying to shuffle round reinforcements, including proper line infantry. They're starting to get annoyed, as say. But no trouble with all that. Just keep this army nice and as it should be. And actually, you know what? This part of the world, we could probably start investing in, yeah, proper roads. Would help me out a bit. Would help them out too. So there are downsides, but, yeah. I feel like Spain are not in possession of a great army. So it's just kind of trickling south, which really works in my favour. Okay, something to keep an eye on, though. A Prussian army is attempting to push into Prague. Not an immediate threat to me, but I don't like it. So if they do that and take a whole bunch of damage, then... okay. I should be ready to react with my army. Immediately counter-siege while their forces are damaged and then just, yeah, move in, make it mine. On which basis? Alright, transfer some better troops to Berlin as a staging area. To howitzers, line infantry. Let's flippin' go. Now that is plenty of firepower to move in and just take that off them if they are going to leave themselves exposed. Then we just give it straight away to Westphalia. Oh, but here comes Austria with the reinforcements. Okay, they might be going to hold on to Prague anyway. They've definitely got the numerical advantage. Okay, or they just had their asses handed to them, but at the bare minimum, they just badly damage... oh, Westphalia is abandoning their allies Austria right now. Oh, you poor bastards, that's a shame. So yeah, Spain is coming in, but at this point it is just... oh, it's battered already. I don't know what battered it, but I'm not even using that sugar, mate, but fine. Okay, they've done it. They've decided they're going to actually move in and take Prague. So, bare minimum, that force should now be extremely badly damaged. Oh, and it is all coming together. So, Kill Fleet moves into position in the West African Trade Theatre, where the Marathan forces remain in play, while over in India, Transport Fleet has arrived, though it's going to take it a moment to get into position. And once again, don't mind us, we're definitely not invading, we're just stealing all of Spain's beautiful goodies. Okay, final preparations here. I see a small fleet located right here by, yes, their capital. But, because they've got nothing but trade ports, it's pretty bloody light. So, Transport Fleet can deal with that, no trouble. If I feel like I need assistance, do not forget, we have got multiple galleons and flutes sitting next door, ready to move in. Oh, hang on, my mistake. I thought they'd moved in and taken it, but no. The siege is still ongoing. For now, it's just that, yes, at the moment they are very, very badly wounded. Maintain my forces right here. Be ready to move in and counter-take it when the opportunity presents itself. Though seriously, I'm starting to get worried for, yeah, Austria's future. Right now, they've only got 2 small towns left that aren't currently under siege. So, Austria might not necessarily, survive this game. Though, to be honest, not the biggest deal in the world. They don't have a single colony, so there's not going to be a scramble to take what they lose. And don't forget, keep everybody chill. We're just going to give a small state gift over here to Westphalia, and another to top up how fond Britain are of me. State gifts, by the way, are not just money. It doesn't mean I'm giving money to my friends, it means I am spending money on a really fancy thing I then present to them. So they're not any richer as a result, it purely boosts diplomacy. Okay, one final thing too, which is I'm going to take a single ship, whichever is the most battered. You seem battered, and I'm going to send this ship to India to arrive next turn, because I've got a mission for him. Oh, and yet more bloody Austrians come in and immediately get their asses handed to them. This is just embarrassing for Austria, but honestly, every fight is making those Prussians weaker and weaker, meaning it's going to be easier and easier for me to just walk in and hand it straight over to best friend Westphalia. And speaking of which, okay, what they've done is they've taken it, definitely this time, and then they've immediately left, which is weird, but okay. I mean, honestly, Westphalia could just march in and take it for itself right now, and if they do, just well done, lads. I'm begging you, do it for me, alright? Just for once, don't get given territory. Go out and take it for yourself. They didn't do it, what a bunch of bastards. But we do have a brand new election. Okay, new cabinet, and some of you are terrible, but bare minimum. Okay, focus on this for a second. The president's not good, But, like, we've had worse. Oh, bloody hell. There's a lot of trash here. We find out a good cabinet as well. My navy guy's good at justice, and my justice guy's good at navy. So, swap you guys round. Honestly, not sure why I need to do that, but okay. Oh, blimey. Who the hell are you? I'm guessing you've been in office before, given, yes, you've got sort of, stuff going on. Most of this is terrible. Just absolutely terrible. Okay, you're just being fired, buddy. We could do better than that, actually. You've got nothing whatsoever. You, meanwhile, are just... Okay, if I swap you two around... Now treasury's on... Oh, treasury's on 3. Oh, and that's a Harridan too. Harridans are terrible. Okay, good. Good. So, the head is bad. We do not have a competent bloody treasurer. So, okay. Economy's gonna take a hit for a while. It's fine. We've got... It's not fine. That's not great. Okay, the big point is I'm seeing fleets arriving left, right, and centre. And that means I think it's go day. Alright, kill fleet, ready to move in. One fleet can also reinforce as is necessary. And in India, yes, that one ship I actually brought over here, you, buddy, you have an important role, which is scouting. I need my ships to act as scouts. Here we go. Calcutta over here. Small city, well guarded, but has a port, and the port is not doing anything. So, moment the war begins, we can go in, set it on fire. No trouble whatsoever. Meanwhile, over to here. Okay, if we kick things off right this moment, the fleet will... Then again, that's a long way to go. I was hoping we could lock down every port simultaneously, but they're a bit further apart than, yes, I was thinking. Okay, we've got visibility of a smaller army right here. Nothing too dramatic. We can definitely deal with that. Move you up to this position for a final scout here. And... Okay. There's a force here, but... It's not the best thing in the world. It is a half-stack army in position right here. Unfortunately, some of it is located in the port. So I'm not allowed to just slap the forces down and then keep them marching. But this is the deal. This is what we're going into right here. This line infantry that they've got is not as good as mine. On the basic stats, it doesn't look so bad, but there are certain key weaknesses. In particular, certain advanced technology they're not allowed to utilize. Fire by rank, Maratha can't do it. So when my fire by rank troops come up against their troops that are not fire by rank, oh guys, you're in a lot of trouble. Okay, we're going in. Just bear in mind, I am about to hit the economy a little bit, but not that much, because, yeah, Maratha, all these goods we're sending to them, we can just send to other people instead. So it's not the worst thing in the world. All we're really losing is the other goods, which is about 700, and indeed the benefit from long-term trading, about 400. So we're losing £1,000. Fine, no problem whatsoever. Because in just a flipping moment, of course, Maratha's trade, and they are now one of the biggest traders in the world, we're going to be able to start stealing that. Because it's selling to Europe. Specifically, right along this line where Killfleet is going to be ready to intercept it any moment. So we are going to make more by raiding their trade than we lose by not trading with them. But this is it. Guys, it's flipping time. I am so sorry about this, but one, we're not going to be trading anymore. Your goods are inferior. How dare you? It's cocking on, matey. We are now at war with Maratha. Begin landing the troops. Unfortunately, yes, we can't storm in and take a huge part of this right now, but at the bare minimum, we can get the troops ashore without too much trouble. So you guys just get over to this part of the world. That'll do nicely. Troops now ashore. I flippin' love it. And unfortunately, yeah, these troops by themselves are not going to be enough to do much, but... Is there even a point dropping them off? I mean, they're safer here than they are in a single boat. So, get them ashore next to, yes, the other army. As long as they're in reinforcement range, not a problem. So, okay. We got just over a full stack army present and correct right here. Next up, as we discussed, every single port should be burnt, with the exception of their capital, because I want trade to continue. And if there's no boats present, that means I move in, I burn the port, and I occupy it with my boat, which means they need to send a land troop to displace me before they can even repair it. Because my job now is to take control of the sea immediately. If I take control of the sea, they can't train more boats. Alright, complete naval superiority. That is every single Indian port on the entire east coast of India occupied by me. Now, they can kick me out by sending land troops, but they can't train any boats right now. And we know there is a small fleet located here. But I've got a fleet like twice as big with a good admiral. I say good admiral. Okay, he's not that good, but there are a couple of 6-rates right here. So, on which basis, yeah, for the time being, should I leave maybe one light galley right here? I'll leave you guys a light galley, just in case there's an emergency. That's why I brought the light galleys along, because the light galleys could be very, very useful ferrying troops, when we want to keep the real killers right here. But that's not going to be the first blow of this war. Oh no. The first blow of this war is going to be something much more hilarious, which is Oak Hill Fleet. Move in and dismantle them. And it's probably unnecessary. But just for safety, deploy the flute to reinforce. So this is, yes, 16 boats versus my 11. Though 3 of theirs are, of course, yes, treasure ships. So really, 13 versus 11. But I'm bringing 5th rates, and they're bringing brigs. So, this may not be the, yes, largest fleet we've ever deployed, but it is the most fearsome, because I believe for the first ever time, yes, we're going to be opening up with a kind of V-shaped blob, and the front diamond of said blob is nothing but 5th rates. Alright, with flutes and 6th at the rear. So, these boats are just huge and massive and terrifying, and are going to... they're just going to annihilate brigs and sloops. It's going to be... oh, this is going to be sexy as anything. As I've said before, the downside of blobs is things can get messy. The odd 6-rate on the outside might get sunk. We might get unlucky. There could be a fire, an explosion. A fight this big, you just don't know. But here we go. Let's flippin' take the fight to them. So guys, forward, forward, forward. Just move in, and what do we have over here? Okay, it's a line, but it's a kind of double line by the looks of it. So, sloop, brig, brig. Okay, they've put the trade ships off to one side in their own line. But unfortunately, yes, these particular trade ships have 3 guns. 3 guns and 13 guys. I'm not feeling like that's gonna do that much good. We've got the wind behind us as well, so for the time being, just redirect a tiny bit, because they're trying to come in this direction. And with this many guns, in fact, wow. The guy at the front is actually already damaged on one side. So I don't care if I take a few knocks. My ships can take it. Okay, if I turn to the right, I pick up a little bit of speed. We are in good shape right now. I do not care if they fire just a few shots at the front of me. Does not bother me in the slightest. Alright, I'd rather encircle and destroy a handful of ships before most of them even get into the fight, rather than, yes, ensuring this first engagement is optimal. In fact, you know what? I know what we can do. Guys, turn hard in this direction. Hard in this direction. That's going to get the first handful of shots off immediately. Because then we can just, yeah, hit them with the broadside on, yes, that's starboard. Starboard is right. So then we can just fire ridiculous shots at these guys. That's going to knacker some of their cannons immediately. And as soon as this first, yes, bunch of shots has come in, we can just turn around and do the same thing. So that was... it was something. No, not there. Not there. Guys, turn, turn, turn. Now I want you to hard turn the other direction. A couple of cannons up front as well. We are going to be nice and up front with them. These guys can take this. It's fine. So then we're just going to get over to here. Hit them with the other broadside. This guy's about to have a really, really bad time, by the way. So just shoot over the top of you, shoot over the top of you, firing, wavering, more shots coming in. Here comes that guy, and in just a moment, in comes this guy too. Surrendered. Ship number 1 surrenders ear flipping immediately. Guys, begin turning it in. Let's get right in among them. Alright, firing them from multiple directions at once. Right over here. This is lovely. That way, I'm taking advantage of my really powerful broadsides. This might be ready to go straight away. We've got ships coming in from every side. These guys are being shredded fast. They are steady for now, but what have we got coming in? Oh my goodness, we've got a lot more fire coming in off the 6 rates at the rear, down to 18 guns, sorry, down to 17, firing a handful of shots over to here, but nobody flipping cares, because now down to 16, 14, 13, 12, wavering already, and we've got more ships at the back, about to lay down the fire. This level of concentrated fire, wavering, I am amazed you've not broken. I mean, well done to that guy for that. Honestly, I would have expected you to have already broken, but okay. Guys, begin turning in this direction. Let's get some more shots in right here. This guy is still wavering. We'll get a few more shots in yet. Concerned, I mean, I'd be concerned too, buddy. You are routing, but not surrendered. You're routing, not surrendered. Something just exploded. Was it one of mine? I don't think so, because I'm still seeing 11, which I think is what I already had. So, oh, you're on fire. Okay, just be careful. Don't get too nearby to ships that are on fire, because, yes, they will sort of explode, which can spread fire. Though crews will put out fire, so it's fine. See, now we're just moving in right here. You, buddy, you've already surrendered. You may or may not sink. I'm not 100% sure. This guy is shaken. I would be too. To be honest, that's absolutely fine. Is that the entire... yeah. Turn them. Everybody, turn hard. It's time to give them the old wiggle. These ships, they know. They just know they're outclassed. They've got nothing right here. They've got flipping nothing they can do to me. We are shooting our own ships. Just a little bit, by the way. There's another surrender right there. That was a brig. Lovely. That's a trade ship surrendered. We'll definitely be taking the trade ships. They've just gone straight down. And now we are just surrounding and annihilating them. This is... oh, this feels good. This feels good. This is for... oh, bloody hell. Okay, guys, we didn't need to do that. That was too much. We would like to capture them, if at all possible. They might be useful down the line. But now we've just got them surrounded, knackered, being just destroyed from every angle. It's beautiful. More shots coming in. And yeah, now this broadside is ready to go momentarily. Just finding a target. There we go, right there. Wavering. More right in the rear. They don't like being shot in the rear. Routing. Probably surrender pretty much immediately, because I wasn't even aiming for the bloody, mast. But the mast is gone anyway. Okay, so this has been an absolute slaughter, and I've enjoyed it hugely. There is one ship over here that is steady. I mean, well done to those guys for being steady, apparently. Right, everybody, turn about, turn about, turn about. We've got trouble over here as needs taken care of. Just a handful of people who managed to slip away. But honestly, look at the state of my ships. They're barely even damaged. Right, so now everyone takes a hard turn to port. We should immediately open up a few more firing lines right here. I'm seeing coming in. You guys are basically out of guns at this point. You guys have got a few more guns, but not for too much longer. Oh yeah, this is going beautifully. I'm enjoying it hugely. Right, this ship starts routing immediately. Guys, just turn her around. One ship ready to go and wavering already. Alright, we got him. Clean sweep and barely any damage on my side. Love it. Alright, end of the day, what have we successfully captured? Honestly, I'm surprised it's only 5. I mean, I guess the problem was there was simply too much firepower. Our ships were so strong they just sunk the enemy before they had a chance to surrender, or damaged them so much that even after surrendering, they sank anyway. So yeah, we'll take the trade ships because honestly, why not? The rest of it, however, I'll take the money. We don't need those ships. I think one got away. Do we know what it was? It was, I think, one badly damaged brig. Gonna be honest, guys. I'm kind of busy and want to get on. So, alright. The flute can go and take care of that. Oh, you've just gotta love flutes. I mean, okay, they're not the best ship in the game, but it's just hilarious that your trade ships can go toe-to-toe against brigs and sloops and annihilate them. They can even give 6 rates a good run for their money. And straight over to the sea police you go. And with that, the war has begun. We are ready to move in and retake Ceylon as our naval base and staging point for the invasion. On the west coast, ports have been occupied. East, not quite yet. To be honest, we need to, yes, clear out the remaining navy and then take out every single port. As far as I'm concerned, mission objective 1 should be Maratha has no access to the sea and no ability to train any boat ever again. But then again, the naval fight, that's not the bit we need to worry about because, yeah, you may notice they've got a very big land empire and enough armies to have taken all this territory. Right now, there are stacks and stacks and stacks of Marathan troops heading back to India to resecure the core territory. We have got one hell of a fight on our hands. I have just well and truly kicked the hornet's nest. Still, we have got reinforcements coming in. We have got brand new exciting sexy cannons to test out. We have got more Spanish territory to conquer. And just for fun, we have got Prague to occupy and hand over to our best friends because they're just too polite to go and do it by themselves. So, join me next time, ladies and gentlemen, for an action-packed part. We have got a lot of fights ahead of us. Including, of course, our first fight against a brand new faction we have never seen in action before. So, hopefully, you are looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Empire Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much. In Fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big.
They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the chariots!